All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Expose News TV, your one and only YouTube platform, where they give us back to back update on how things they be, on how things they share for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Also, remember to like and share this broadcast too. All right, my wonderful people, the latest one with the buzz rings at the moment. Yes, be say as the hot where now so they collect them. Army chief as Nigerian army chief has cried out again. Yes, my people, they don't collect, don't to enter their body once more. Yes, the army chief has come out and has cried out again concerning how his men, his soldiers are not able to function, are not able to do their job because of the rate of heavy woto they are collecting from the Nigerian, the BLA, yeah, by the Biafra Liberation Army. My people, all this is on another level whenever it comes to the movement, because I feel like there are people that have come to understand how things are meant to be, and at this particular point, once you come to that level, I believe once you come to that extent, that means you would understand how things are. And that is one thing we should always, one way or another, have in mind, because we should be able to we should be able to run and understand, participate one way or another in every single thing that is happening. Because we need to actually do that. Because if we don't, then who would actually do that? Who would make the difference that we are, or that we want someone to make? We are the difference that we need to actually make. And so these are the things that we would look at and refer and actually think about a whole lot of things that are happening at this point, and would want to actually do better. That is the truth of the matter. So at this point, I believe that we are getting somewhere, and while we are hoping to still get to where we want to be, we are also knowing that all the Biafra factions, one way or another, are putting their heads together to make sure we end up having, or end up having the same goal, or we end up achieving the same goal, because I believe that is like the most important thing we can do for ourselves. Because if we are not one, then you see we are close to, like, just close to deceiving ourselves, because once we are not one, then we can be dismantled at any point in time. And that is one thing that has hindered us from getting to where we need to be ever since. That's one thing that I feel like has been a stumbling block to our movement. But then at this point, we have gotten to where we can actually come out and say, yes, this particular we have worked to this extent. The PM has made big efforts to this extent. And so anything that comes forward, or it's coming soon at any point in time, we will be able to stand firm and defeat it or hit it down, because that is what we are meant to do. That is what we are expected to do. That is what we can be able to do. And with everything going on right now, I strongly believe that we are heading to somewhere. I strongly believe we can achieve anything we want to achieve. I strongly believe that there is no stumbling block against us. You see, these people, they will come to understand. The Nigerian government, they will come to understand. You see, this particular one that they are crying and is really like, no, they go cry, so they go understand, say, this kind of thing wey we dey try do for here no be joke oh. This announcement wey we wan do for December, it is not also a joke. At the same time, we are hoping for the biggest and hoping for something very, very big to take place. And one way or another, we are going to get it. One way or another, we are hoping that we will actually achieve one of the greatest things that has ever happened in the history of the world, because that is what we are. And it has always been said that if we actually get what we need to do, if we actually get to where we want to get, that will be one of the greatest nations. And I don't doubt that to any time. I don't doubt that one bit. I believe that we will be able to achieve anything, anytime. I believe we'll be able to make maximum effort. I believe we'll be able to do so many things at our own time without even being stopped or without being head down, because that is what we are born for. That is what we were made for. And we've been held down, terrorized, oppressed, killed, slaughtered. But then this is the moment. This is the actual moment that we are going to actually stand up for ourselves and do the in quotes that it was because of the frustrations or the people that came out to attack him because he was representing Mazen and the Kanu. It's not made him to succumb or to tumble or to backslide to do what he did. My people, I just believe that is what he wants to let us know, or that was what his point was concerning the whole thing. But my people, you would see in all those things he said that it was all pains and tears that he was just using words to cover up. Because that is what they know how to do. My people, now so e go dey be o, na so this man come out just dey talk, dey talk, dey talk, dey talk. And wetin I dey try explain give una be say anybody wey do wetin e no suppose do, anybody that goes to mess up near Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or ends up as a saboteur like this particular man, no matter what you are supposed to do or how you were supposed to represent him, whether as a lawyer or as a friend or as anything at all, as a soldier, as a BLA member, anything you were supposed to do, and you end up turning into a sabo, it will hit back at you. Enweghị kwuru that will stop this particular thing, because a saboteur will always remain a sabo. You cannot stop being one, and that is the truth of the matter. This particular man you represented, just like he said in his long notes, they are called upon and you started representing. And then this particular beginning that he even talked about in his confession, or in his begging for forgiveness, was that first of all, as he has been silent throughout this play, you know that his silence means that he don't actually hit her. That is what it means, because it has gotten to him to the extent that we ourselves have now recognized this man's faults and everything he has said. And we know that PM was among the main people that came out and said, you see this particular age of man, this particular man has done this particular man has done this, and brought out everything he had gone against. My people, it's not everybody that can stay in this fight, and that is the truth of the matter. This fight is not for everybody, and that is the truth. If you know that you are not capable of standing firm where you are, the propaganda and everything they will use and come against you, this government, they are ready to put everything against you. And it might not be your intention, my people. If it no be your intention, but the kind of oppression where you don't get will change your mindset and will make you want to do the opposite. And that is the truth of the matter. And by the time you have changed and you have done wrong, we will not forgive you, because what you are supposed to do, you did not do it. And that is the truth of the matter. And you see this particular man, a Jofo, that was supposed to represent and do the needful. Instead, the man aga na-eme ihe ọzọ, ihe gbasara ya, just connived with the IPOB DOS and the federal government and did whatever they could, they knew how to do, and then left it. And they thinking that it would be something that would end up to be fruitful for them. Now, maybe they have decided not to give him money, or his money has not entered, or they have what abandoned him, they have left him behind. Something must have happened that has made him maybe come back to his senses, that to realize that, oh, I have actually done wrong, or this thing I did does not make sense. And that is the truth. These people will always end up finding out that they messed up. And by that time, all the are too late. This man is a cancelled man. There is nothing that will make us look at this man and think we trust with him again, because he has messed up during the time that he was given. And that is the thing about this fight. My people, the amount of things they have thrown at people, they have thrown at every single person that looks like, or that is thinking like the person wants to like support the movement. Immediately they have thrown a lot of arguments, they've thrown a lot of backfiring on the person, just to make sure that this person does not succeed, or does not continue on that particular thing the person has decided to do. You see? And that is what these people have been doing from the beginning of time. And I believe that is what they used to convert the IPOP people to themselves, the IPOP and the IPOP DOS, as they've turned around to start messing up, together with the Southeast governors that have been messing up. Every single one of them, make I no generalize, but most of them have messed up to the core and cannot even be called people that are trustworthy. And that is the truth of the matter. That is the fair truth of the matter. Because when we cannot have people that are even trustworthy, when we cannot have our leaders that are trustworthy or politicians that can, in their own part, be steadfast and do the things, stand firm in some kind of things that will strengthen this fight, then we cannot move on. And that is the truth. We cannot move on. We cannot actually have hope that this particular person is siding us and pull through with this person. But of course, that is what we have. That is the unity is what we lack, but it is not going to stop us. We would use what we have to get what we want. And until we get what we want, we are not backing down. And so, yes, my people, this is it. This is what we have for this particular broadcast. This is where we come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.